all, the population census gives the government an idea of the different populations in different parts of the country, which will in turn should be aiding the government in the adequate provision of social amenities like water, electricity, roads, and hospitals, which are beneficial to all the citizens of the country. Now, accurate census data are also critical for developing accurate assessments of economic well-beings of the nation as a whole, and help the government in proper economic planning as well. We have the economist and banker Samuel Ayiniyuola joining us now to discuss the need for a proper and timely headcount because of its implications on planning. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much,
on Newsday.
And thank you to our viewers too. Yeah.
Well, you know, we use estimates. We use not concrete figures in order to disperse revenue sharing and to have our budgets allocated. From an economist perspective, what are the fiscal consequences of these inefficiencies that are created by allocating resources based on inaccurate or outdated figures as we have here?
Yeah, you really need an accurate census figure to be able to plan, because it's like a house. The foundation is that accurate census figure, and you build on a solid foundation. If we don't have an accurate census figure, what results is you just using estimates. And when you use estimates, the resource allocation does not go accurately or exactly to where they're supposed to go. And as a result of that, you don't get the developmental positivities that you are supposed to get, because you are basing your planning on a wrong foundation. Mm-hmm. And that is the estimate that we are talking about. And you know, in our own case, the last census was held in 2006. We are supposed to hold the census every 10 years. And so that means 2006, we shall have one in 2016 and another one in 2024. An attempt was made in 2023, but then again, the political will was not there. And it was not carried out. So it means all this while, since 2006, we've just been like groping in the dark. All our planning have not been based on correct and accurate data, which could have brought about greater utilization of the resources that we have.
And when we don't have accurate data, we have situations where our foreign ministers might get on an international program and they poke holes at what they're saying because there's no concrete empirical evidence. But these population figures, they're often politicized in Nigeria, just as you were saying. How does the perception that the census results, if we do have another census, how is the perception that they can be manipulated for electoral advantage, for political advantage? How is it going to hamper national development? Is that a risk we should be willing to take anyways? How do we mitigate those situations?
Yes, definitely we really need to have an accurate census. But as I said before, census in Nigeria has assumed a larger than life picture. It has religious, it has ethnic, it has political, as well as geopolitical consequences. As a result, political tensions are generated by whatever results whatever population figures that are released. What we need to do is to, one, have that determination that we are going to have an accurate census. We must be prepared for the consequences. We know all these consequences that will come, because population is what you use, as you said, you use that for allocation of resources, voter registration, creation of local government, so many consequences that at the end of the day, people don't even believe in whatever figures that may come from the census. You remember in 2006, when the last census was carried out, a state like Lagos made their own alternative arrangements because they didn't believe they didn't have that confidence, they don't have that trust in what the National Population Commission will come up with.
Wow.
So in order to validate, they made their own arrangement, alternative arrangements. It shouldn't be like that. So we need a massive enlightenment campaign to let people know the importance of the census and how it is that it will be to the benefit of everybody if accurate planning is done based on correct census figures. So it's not only developing countries that need accurate census, even developed countries. Every country needs an accurate census to be able to plan. So we must have engagements with all sectors of the society. We must now be able to use technology, we must be able to use technology, the GIS, to be able to carry out the census that people will believe in. At managing, because another reason why we are worried about the census is the cost. The cost has become so colossal and huge that people are saying, must we spend this amount of money on the census? But I think we need to carry out engagements to let people know the importance of an accurate figure. Because every other thing we are doing now is based on estimate. We are saying our population now is roughly 230 million. Who knows how?
It could be double that.
It could be. We don't know. And that makes us, of course, number 1 in Africa, number 6 in the world. And the projection based on that is that by 2050, our population will be about 401 million, which will make us the 3rd most populous country in the world. How do we manage the resources? How do we carry out developmental plans that will ensure that life is good for the people?
And of course, how do we make sure that everyone is represented equally? Because this also affects the National Assembly representation as well.
Of course.
And so many other issues that we debate on this program every single day. But thank you so much for joining me today, Samuel Ayiniyuola, the economist and banker. We talked some good stuff. Hopefully those who are in charge were listening.
Yeah, I hope so too. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.